Imagine, in a single instant, the planet you stand on stops turning. The oceans, now unchained from Earth's rotation, surge with unstoppable force. Day and night no longer dance. Now they collide. Without rotation, everything on Earth is hurled eastward at hundreds of meters per second. Winds would rip across continents with the power of 1,000 hurricanes. The violent shift would tear apart even the planet's deepest forests. Mountains would crumble, unable to withstand the new forces unleashed. Even the world's greatest landmarks would fall under nature's fury. In moments, the world's wildlife would face chaos they've never known. Without Earth's spin, the oceans themselves would turn against us. In the weeks that follow, entire coastlines would vanish beneath the sea. In the endless daylight, polar ice would melt at a speed beyond imagination. Agriculture would collapse as half the planet bakes under an eternal noon. The other half would freeze, plunged into an unending night. Lush rainforests would become barren wastelands. The seas on the frozen side would lock under ice for centuries. Wildlife would abandon ancient routes in search of water and safety. On the dark side, survival would mean creating light where none exists. Sea levels would shift unpredictably, reshaping every map. Humanity would be forced into mass migration, chasing the few habitable zones left. Life would cling to the narrow border where day meets night. Agriculture would follow the moving twilight, chasing balance between heat and cold. Humans would build floating cities, untethered from the shifting land. Others would hide beneath the surface, building new worlds underground. The dark side would become a frontier for science, not survival. Technology could bring life even to the scorched heart of the day side. Humanity and wildlife would share the few remaining safe zones. Energy would come from the unending winds born of this still world. On the frozen seas, ice itself would become a precious resource. Humanity's future would mean constant movement, chasing the edge of life itself. Without rotation, the climate's extremes carve the land in ways never seen before. The oceans would shift, creating new currents and new life. The planet's crust would buckle under the strain of a halted spin. Where ice once reigned, oceans would claim the land. Volcanoes would reshape the land, altering skies for decades. Rivers would vanish, leaving deserts of salt in their wake. On the frozen side, ice would still move, slow but relentless. Life would adapt, even in the most alien corners of the ocean. New ecosystems would rise in the balance between heat and cold. The planet's deep past would emerge from the ice, unchanged for millennia. Humanity would learn to build where the balance never shifts. The frozen half would bloom under walls of glass and light. On the scorched side, survival would mean hiding from the sun. Oceans would become the center of human life once more. The dark half would open a perfect eternal window to the stars. Life itself would adapt, shaped by a sun that never rises or sets. The first cities of the still world would fade into myth. The Earth's skin would still move, reshaping itself for millennia. Oceans would give rise to creatures beyond our imagination. And from afar, our still world would seem peaceful, hiding the story of survival etched into every stone. Here, on the razor's edge of life, humanity still endures. From the silence of space, our still world tells a story of balance and fragility. And maybe, one day, they'll ask why the Earth ever turned at all.